What up? Sample my STEEZ, snooze, whatever y'all call me, man. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Know who the gang is. Blue Baggers, Carlton FC. Ain't no other team I'm with, man. You already know that, man. You wouldn't see the guarantee right there, man. But you know this, as you see, man, it's just a solo video today, man. The Snooze Blues mid-season review, if you don't mind. Just how it sounds, man. I'm about to tell y'all what I think and just give y'all a little recap of them season so far since we're 11 games in, as far as Carlton goes at least, man. So let's get it started, man. Where we stand right now, bro. 8-3, 8 wins, 3 losses with a percentage of 112.9. It's pretty decent, man. I think if you asked any Carlton fan before the season started where we would be 11 games through, I don't think you'd get many 8-3. Might not even get any 7-4s, man. So definitely happy. At least I'm gonna speak on my behalf, bro. I'm happy where we're at. 8-3. We lost some winnable games. I think our percentage definitely could use a boost. We fumbled a couple opportunities as far as that goes. A little bit earlier on in the season, bro. We know how to build up a lead, but we can't keep it as far as our composure goes. We definitely stumbled through the finish line a couple games. Granted, they are W's, they are wins, but at the end of the day, it hurts your percentage compared to the other teams in the 8. And that's kind of where we're at right now, man. 3 games we did lose. We lost to Gold Coast, Frio, and of course, the latest one, the Collingwood Magpies, bitch ass. Can't really fuck with them boys, man. The key factor in all 3 of these games, man, we had to have one of our stars sub out, or one of our key players sub out, whether it be the first quarter or second quarter. And ultimately, we just couldn't find the right adjustments to be able to cover that deficit that we end up having when we lose a key player, whether it be Patrick Cripps, whether it be Martin Pitternet, whether it be Jacob Wiedering. It's tough. We're still working on adjustments mid-game, but obviously it's pretty hard to be able to do that when you don't select the team. I mean, you do, but you never really know who's about to get injured, so it's definitely tough. So as far as where we at in the league, we're number 1 in the league, and as far as disposals go, with 392.7. Number 2 in marks, 98.7 a game. We're tied for last, which is 18th spot. For hitouts, 26.8. Number 5 in goals, 13.4 per game, and number 5 in behinds with 11.4 per game. So we need to straighten our goal kicking. We see it 13.4 and 11.4. I think if we just convert a couple of them behinds into goals, bro, we'll definitely be able to have more fierce scoring. We can be more dangerous, bro, if we can able to be more efficient in front of goal. Definitely. I think we already have a lot of dangerous pieces. Even in the forward line, our small forwards work hard, bro. We put forward pressure on the defense. Our forward problems, bro, are really just with injury. But when Harry are going, Charlie are going, bro, I'm very happy with that. I think Charlie accuracy is good enough, but I think Harry definitely has to improve. When he does get back, go a long way with just him getting right. But definitely across the board, I think we can improve there. Hitouts we need to improve. Definitely, obviously, with Martin Pitternet going down, that reflects the numbers the way that they are. But I would say Tom DeConing has been doing what he can and been trying to hold it down in there while he can. And even Patrick Cripps has been in a ruck for a decent amount of the time this year, even having to sacrifice midfield minutes. So captain been trying to fill roles and do what a good captain does, make adjustments and just definitely fill a role with that the team needs, depending on what the need is. So shout out to him, man, Patrick Cripps. But we get a lot of the footy, bro, number 1 and number 2, and disposals of marks. It just depends on how dangerous we can be with those kicks, bro. So if we can improve there, I think we'll be very good. We already are very good, but we're also very bad at times. And if we could just eliminate that very bad, we'll be pretty comfortable inside finals, I'll say that. We definitely have had injuries, man. With Mark Pitternet being, I think, probably the most important. He had a knee injury, and I can't remember if it was a Frio or the Gold Coast game. But he was subbed out, but now he's close to running, and he's aiming for a mid-July return. So looking forward to that, bro. It definitely makes us look like a whole different team. Definitely realize how much value he brings to the club when he went down. And I'm ashamed to say, even obviously last year was my first year watching footy, but I even said that he wasn't that good. I'm definitely happy with Mark. I think he's definitely one of the more solid rucks, bro, and can't wait for him to come back. Harry, he did the knee, I believe, and he was really going very good. He was going great as far as marks inside 50, bro. He's definitely turning up, man. So 6 weeks, I think it's about 6 weeks he'll be returning, so definitely looking forward to that. Get well soon, Harry. When you and Charlie are going, Nobody can really stop us, bro. You and your brother seem to get hurt around the same time. That shit crazy, bro. I don't know why the fuck y'all boys just stay so injury prone. Wiedering, obviously, with the latest injury with the AC joint in the Collingwood game, he got subbed out, I believe, in the first quarter. And he's out for 6 weeks, so that's probably the second most important injury that we've had. Obviously, with Liam Jones not coming back, and really our whole back line, as I'll get into it in a minute, really been decimated with injuries back there, bro. So everybody just having to have a little bit more pressure, next man up. And obviously, when you start getting thinned out, bro, the talent there's a drop off there. So I'm kind of worried about the next couple weeks while he's out, and hopefully back line can just hold it down. And I'm definitely looking forward to see how the back line can perform without him. Oscar McDonald as well. He was actually looking very decent, bro. He was the immediate Liam Jones replacement that we had at the beginning of the season, and he kind of was doing, I wouldn't say the same things, but he was making the bonehead kicks. But he was also forced back there, intercepting the footy, so holding it back down on the back line. So he got hurt again though, back injury, and I think he's had a history of those. And now he's out for season, so definitely disappointing. I don't think we can afford too many injuries back there, man. So that was pretty tough to hear. And it shows every game, bro. Everybody else has a lot of pressure on them down back. And if our mids aren't dominating, worst fear comes true, bro. We give up goals. So Zach Williams, he had a calf injury, which everybody thought was Achilles injury, which he has a history of. This was round 9. He's aiming for a return later on in the season, and he provides a lot of runoff halfback. He is a decent user of the footy, and he definitely is a player to look forward to. Living up to his contract that we've given him. So I had high expectations for him this year. He didn't quite reach that, but I definitely like to see him play, and looking forward to seeing him play his best footy again. So hurry on back, Williams. We need you, bro. We need everybody we can get. Mitch McGovern was another player who was back there really making a great impact down back with intercepting the footy as well, bro. So I really liked how he was going. Obviously, he was a forward at first, and they switched him to back this year, and he looks actually way better in the back than he does the forward. I like this pressure up forward, but I like him down back, definitely do. And I think he'll be back in like 6 to 8 weeks or so. So he's actually one of my favorite players back there to watch. So shout out to Mitch McGovern, man. Hurry up and make it back, bro. And stay healthy, bro. I know you've been having a tough run of injuries. So get healthy soon, man. Caleb Marchbank, another back who I really haven't got the chance to see too much. He has a knee injury, but I believe he's coming back close to after the bye. But as far as I know, he's probably the next player who's going to fill that role. As far as the Jacob Wiedering and Liam Jones replacement, obviously he's not those exact players, but I heard he's a talented young player who will probably see time immediately, bro, given how thin we are back there. So keen on watching him. David Cunningham, who's a forward, didn't get the chance to see him play too much, mostly because injury as well. He's been injured even dating back to last year, but I got to see a little bit of him last year, but not too much. Obviously, it was my first season of watching footy, so it's definitely a different perspective that I have now than I did back then. So I like to watch him now with more experience under my belt and knowing how to watch the game a little bit better, or knowing what to look for when watching the game. But he's just now focusing on running, coming back from that knee, and I think he's focusing on running and light skills right now. So aiming for a season return later on. So I think sometime before finals. So definitely excited for that. I noticed, speaking of forwards, that Josh Honey isn't on this list, on the injury list. So excited for that shit, definitely, because I like seeing him. He's one of the young forwards that we have, and he showed flashes of individual brilliance, just kind of creating goals out of nothing at times. So, yep, definitely excited for that. Not sure when he'll play. There's really no update at all here, so I'm assuming that he'll be ready anytime soon. So, Jack Martin also not on here, so I'm guessing that after the bye week, a lot of these players will be available. So we'll have a lot more forwards and a lot more weapons at our disposal. So definitely excited for that. But Ed Curnow coming back as well soon. I think about a couple weeks or so. It's really just midfield depth, which we need, because midfielders, we just seem to lose one and get one. Just random injuries that pop up, brother, you don't really see coming. And as long as we have strength there, and especially the experience that Ed brings, definitely can fill a role. So depending on what we need. Go through a couple stats as far as the squad goes, man. So as far as disposals go, we have 2 players from the Blues that are in the top 10, with Sam Walsh being 7th and Sam Doherty being 10th. Inside 50, we only have 1 player in the top 20 this year at this point in time. That being Adam Chera, the new acquisition. So that's kind of surprising. We definitely need more players to be able to have more of a dangerous kicking inside 50 and putting pressure on the opposition's defense. So shout out to Chera, bro. He's also second highest in disposal efficiency, going at 75%. And that's only behind Jack McCray, who obviously we know is another gun. So Chera definitely shows with them two stats just the impact that he's had on the club. We need more players that are going more efficient with the footy, more players that are more dangerous with it, and just are making the right decisions to be able to put most pressure possible on the opposition's defense. As far as possessions go, we have Cripps, who's 8th, and Hewitt, who's 17th in contested possession. So them boys going hard at the ball, man, doing the hard work in the trenches. So shout out to them boys. Hewitt definitely made me a fan so far these last 11 games that he's played in the Blues jumper. I think he does have sometimes makes questionable kicks, but I definitely like the hard work that he provided, bro. He's definitely a sleeper. I thought I would like Chera a lot more, but nah, bro. I think I like Hewitt. He's just so underrated, bro, in my opinion. I really didn't pay too much attention to him at the Swans. So even when I was told that we were really just looking into him, didn't really know what to expect. And now he's a great player, bro. So shout out to George Hewitt, man. As far as ground ball gets, we have Walsh and Cripps with 13th and 17th in the AFL. And 450 ground ball gets, we have Corey Durden and Zach Fisher, each with 18, and Charlie Curnow with 17. So these are all fours, right? So what I noticed are there's no mids up there. So I would like to have more of our midfielder be able to come up and get more ground ball gets in the 450, just whether it's from a spill or a stoppage, or whether it's a bad tap from another ruckman and you're able to create something out of nothing. So hoping we can definitely make something happen out of that going forward. Stoppages, we have Tom DeConing, who's 20th in the AFL for hitouts, and obviously that's reflective of Mark Pitterneck going down with the injury, bro. Tom is doing the best he can. I see him. I give him respect for the effort, but we got to be more competitive in the ruck competition, I think. Center clearance, surprised to see George Hewitt was number 1 in the AFL with 40 of those, and Patrick Cripps, number 8 in the AFL with 33 center clearances, and those are the only two top teammates in the top 10 other than Lyons and Neal from the Brisbane boys, who are 2nd and 3rd respectively. So definitely like what we're doing in the center, despite the ruck situation that we have going. Hewitt and Cripps are definitely doing their thing, bro. They work hard, bro. The two hardest, besides Walsh, also a hard worker too, man. So salute to them boys. Walsh is kind of playing a different role this year. Walsh just knows how to fit in, regardless where he goes, bro. So I'm definitely appreciative of him as well. Stoppage clearance, we have Patrick Cripps. He's 11th in the AFL with 9 of those. So he's definitely putting the team on his back as far as our stoppages goes. Marks inside 50, we have Charlie Curnow with 31. That's tied with Charlie Cameron. And Tom Lynch for number 4 in the AFL. We have Harry, who is our next highest at 29th with 17 of those. So it's kind of crazy that even though Harry's been out for a decent amount of games, bro, that marks inside 50, Harry's still our second, bro. Contested marks, we have Charlie Curnow, who's 4th in the AFL with 25. Tom DeConing's tied at 12th with 17. And Harry Mackay is tied at 17 with 16 of those. Intercept marks, we have Jacob Wiedering, who's number 21 in the AFL with 23. Adam Saab at 28, which was surprising that he was number 2. I thought it would be more Doherty with 19 of those. And we have Lewis Young, but also the newcomer with 18, and he's 36 in the AFL. So Lewis Young, he definitely has provided a role that we needed. I don't know if he thought he would get this much immediate impact, bro, considering how many players went down, but I definitely like Lewis Young just because if we didn't make that move, I don't know where we would be at, to be honest with you, bro. We just need that depth. Scoring, Charlie is current Coleman leader with number 1 in the AFL, 37 goals, 17 behinds, going at 62.7%. Harry is our second leading goal kicker with 20 goals, 11 behinds. He's 19th in the AFL, going at 60.6%. And Cripps is our third leading goal kicker with 15 goals, 6 behinds with 62.5%, and that's 35th in the AFL. So Cripps put a team on his back as far as the scoring opportunity goes. This is the most goals he's kicked so far at this point in the season. So I'm definitely happy with what he's provided us going forward as well. Just definitely providing a different role and just filling in where he's needed, right? Him and Walsh definitely fit in. Kind of served as utilities for real. So shout out to them boys. Goal assists, Corey Durden and Matt Owies are number 1 and 2, where they're tied together for 29th in the AFL with 8 goal assists, and Lockie O'Brien with 7. Scoring involvements, Charlie Curnow number 1 and number 3 in the AFL with 86. Cripps number 11. he has 77, and Sam Walsh, number 15, with 72. So no surprise there. Charlie is taking the brunt of scoring though. Hope we can help Charlie out. Whether it be a Zach Fisher, whether it be a Jack Martin, Corey Durden's been doing pretty decent, bro. Whether it's Matt Owens, Jesse Motlock. Our leading tackler is Adam Cherrill, 49. Cripps has 48, and Hewitt has 47. So midfield getting it done there in the tackling department. Definitely would like more though. I think we, at times, teams just walk through our defense, bro. When we're at our worst, bro, we just need to put more pressure on the offense. Definitely tackle better. Definitely do better, bro. So, but tackle inside 50s. Tackles inside 50. Matt always is number 1 in the AFL with that, and I was definitely surprised to see that. He has 23 of those. Corey Durden is number 16 in the AFL with 14. I would have thought Corey Durden would have had more, but I think he just provides a lot of more pressure, but sometimes just doesn't quite get the tackle. But I'm definitely happy with Corey Durden, bro. He's one of my favorite players for Carlton. And Patrick Cripps is our 3rd tackler inside 50 with 10 of those. And spoils, we have Wiedering, who's number 6 in the AFL with 85, and Lewis Young, who's number 16 with 56 of those. So that's pretty much where we stand, bro. Let me know what you think about those stats. Are you surprised by any of those? Are you not surprised? So let me know in the comments what you think about those stats in particular. The midseason draft just happened not too long ago, so as far as that goes, we picked up 2 picks with the 13th pick. We picked up Sam Durden, no relation to Corey. And from my knowledge, he's with back, and definitely a value pick, a depth pick. He has played prior experience in the AFL with North Melbourne, but he pretty much is a player who can rebound from 50, can intercept the ball if needed, and I wouldn't be too surprised if he ends up getting time over there immediately out back, just considering how many injuries we had back there and how thin we are back there. I think he's 26 years old, 25, 26 years old, so not too old, bro. Just interested in seeing what he can bring to us. Also, in another pick that we had, I think with the 22nd pick, if I'm not mistaken, check me on that though, was Will Hayes. He's a midfielder that can play inside and out, but as far as I know, we've taken him to be a winger, and I think he's about 27 years of age. And yeah, man, I don't know how much time he'll get. I know we have little injuries here and there, just one player in, one player out in the midfield. Like it might be, obviously, it really took about a month in, about give or take, to get our whole midfield to play because Chera was out or Walsh was out. Cripps might have been out. Kennedy has been out. So just a little depth there, I think. I'm not sure how quick he'll play. It'll be interesting. I'm just always interested in seeing how the Blue Baggers play. The new debut for the Blues, if you don't mind. Predictions for the rest of the season, we're sitting at 11, so we have 11 more games to go. And given where we stand with Jacob Wiedering with a fresh injury and still having to wait for Harry to come back, it's not to be a lot on the midfield, bro. I think we'll have to have midfielders defending. We'll have a lot of midfielders scoring. That's what we'll need in this time of need, just to take a lot of pressure off the defenders back there. I don't think we're the best outside of Wiedering. We have some talent back there, but and even forward, we have more talent out forward. But I think everybody will have to just pick up their game, bro. And we have a tougher stretch at the end of this year against Essendon. I think we'll win that game. If we don't, I'll be very concerned. I know rivals tend to pick it up a little bit, given to see how the Pies played, but they found a bit of form to see the game before they played us, and then they gave us a challenge, bro. So I hope Essendon doesn't give us the same. I hope we really can put them boys to bed. And then we have Richmond again. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose this game, but I think we can win this game. I know Tom Lynch has been out. I'm not sure if he'll be injured this game or if he'll come back. But I think we can win this game. I hope we do. And then that'll be a complete sweep of Richmond, 2-0. After struggling with them for so long at the beginning of the season and preseason. Marvel Stadium hosting Freo. I don't know if we'll be able to win this game, bro. I'm not sure, bro. I know Freo is definitely a challenge. We lost to them earlier in the year, which I think we could have won that game. I always think we could beat Freo though, bro, considering how we've been bullying them the last couple of years, bro. But I'm assuming that we'll lose this game, bro. Unless it's raining, then we'll probably beat them boys because Freo sucks in the rain. Carlton versus St. Kilda, bro. That ruck situation might be a little too dangerous for us, bro. Just all, like I said, it all depends on the mids, bro. I think St. Kilda will win this game. West Coast, I think we better win this game where it's in Optus Stadium, but they kind of lost that reputation as far as winning, being a sure thing at Optus Stadium for the Eagles. So I think we'll win this game, bro. Along at the MCG, I think we'll lose that game. Marvel Stadium hosting the Giants, I think we'll win this game. Adelaide Oval, I think it's always a chance that we'll lose this game, but I think we'll win this game actually. I think we'll lose at the Gabba against Brisbane. That'll be a tough game. I think Brisbane does have times where they look susceptible, but it'll take our best to beat them. And at home, I think that'll be the tipping point for Brisbane, so I think they'll beat us. I think we'll lose to Melbourne at the MCG. And and I think we'll get our rematch against Collingwood. I think we'll win that. So I think we'll definitely still make finals. Bagger family definitely confident. I just got to see how we get through these injuries, man. And I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong, considering it took a major injury for us to lose each game, mid-game. It just depends on how we defend, Bagger family. We all know that, bro. I know we can score. We can score when we want to, bro. We can. But I won't even say that, bro, because sometimes we can't buy a mark. But we have the talent to do it, bro. We were preaching last year that we had the talent to do it last year. We just couldn't quite get it together. I won't say that we'll just be shit, because that means I'm not backing Michael Voss to be able to make the proper adjustments. I wasn't quite happy with what I seen the last game against Collingwood, but I'm pretty happy with where we stand so far. 8-3 is not bad. Direct impact of Michael Voss, bro. And I'm excited to see where we go, man. I'm holding out hope that we haven't played our best footy this year, and if we haven't, I've been excited so far this year already. So I'm definitely excited for what we have going forward, man. So shout out to all the Bagger family, man. Hopefully I can bring new people to the channel, showing this video, man. Support the channel, man. We go live, try to go live for every Carlton game possible. Yeah, man, we have Patreon. If you're trying to support monetary, give monetary gifts at least, you know what I mean, to help upgrade the channel, whether it's camera work, microphones. So yeah, man, got all that in the link if you're trying to do all that. If not, definitely appreciate you just hitting the subscribe or like, man. Help support the channel, man. Doing our best to spread the game of footy. And yeah, that's where we at, man. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that, man. So catch y'all next time, man. SNN Carlton. We'll see y'all live, man.